Hey, hello, hello, hello. Going live unexpectedly. Um, I wanted to start with this photo. So give me a moment. I want to blow it up a little bit. Welcome in, you guys. I'm going to trickle on in slowly, I'm sure. Muffin top. You made it, and there was no I guess notice. All right, you guys, welcome to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Shazam, Jopan. Welcome in, you guys. Today's presentation is going to, hello, GH White, is going to completely only focus on Brian Kohlberger's car and fake information. I'm going to show you how it's been layered. And I'm not saying that he is not guilty or guilty. That is not what I do here. That's not what I focused in on for over 2 years here. I have focused in on the elements, and the elements are what tells the story for the victims. And it's funny that Dolly here, I don't even know why I saw this photo. I don't even know what videos it goes to. I very rarely listen to his videos. I just grab elements from his photos and not really listen to him. Other than I don't need to. It's just not what I do. But it's funny that I grabbed this because today's video has much to do with this element. This one right here that is in Brian Kohlberger's car, fake car, I'm going to call it. I put together a PDF of 77 pages, and those who asked me if I sent it in to the defense, I did. And this is one of the reasons I'm doing this video today, right now, is because I sent it in and I told them I'm going to be doing a video to go over the PDF because that's when my information comes through the best. It's not when I'm writing an email, and it's not when I'm writing an email. Hi, Long Gone. Hi, Rumple. So I put this photo up right now because you're going to see how this element has much to do with what I found in Brian Kohlberger's car. Now, am I saying that Dolly has something to do with it? No, I don't give a shit. It's just that they have the same elements that are being shown. We don't know how these elements are getting in there. All I know is they match. They match with the Summer Moonwell's missing children's cases. Right? Hi, Colleen. So I'm going to show this at the end of my presentation as well, because you're going to see a common, what should I call it? A common storyboard, right? And then the other thing I want you to notice is the element here in this dude's video. Now, this is also going to be part of today's presentation, this element. And the element that I'm talking about, this is in, I call it the fake car. And this happens to be Enan, whatever his name is, across the bottom of his head. Okay? This is all stuff that I'm going to point out that is in the Brian Kohlberger videos. They're elements that are placed within the deep fakes, and they tell the story of the Summer Moonwell's missing children, right? I am doing this presentation specifically for who I sent this presentation to, and for all my amazing WCIA Network family, listeners. Oh, look at all those ones. Sassafras, sunshine. Hi, you guys. I'm going over this so they have an understanding of what the hell they just received. So this is what they received. This is 77 pages. After I finished my live yesterday, for those who haven't seen it, it's amazing. It was fantastic, and it's a great one to go watch. One of the things that I pointed out was that this video that the defense, I don't know, that the prosecutors, is leaning on is this car, this white car. The car was in the area. Great. Who cares? All I know is that inside these videos are deep fakes, and they don't stay consistent, and they show elements from all of the cases I follow here, meaning the things that are attached to the heads, the fake skin, the different faces that appear that shouldn't appear, the white car that turns into a car that's underground, and thank you, Sunshine. And it is all right here in Brian Kohlberger's case. And it comes from, allegedly, all this is allegedly, it comes from the police body cam. From the beginning, the police body cam has showed me much information that has been deep faked within those videos. To my surprise, the body cam's information throughout Gabby Petito's, Kylie Rodney's, Brian Kohlberger, the Idaho 4, Summer Moon Wells, Michael Vaughn, Harmony Montgomery. I could go on and on and on and on and on. The Vallows, the Wattses, tons. The body cam video from the police all have the same information that is beneath their body cam. So it's not that the body cam videos are a lie. It's that the body cam videos are speaking the truth that's beneath the deep fake. So when you watch Brian Kohlberger in the white car, I'm going to show you what's beneath the information, because we're always looking at a goddamn white car. White car, red car, blue car, but guess what? They don't stay consistent. They're using the same information, the same storyboard, but yet the information shifts. Now, one of the largest pieces of information that I show, and this is why I'm starting with it, is because when it comes down to facts and information that could stick, it's information like this. That not only does the information in his videos change and don't show him, they show it's someone else beneath him, and they show that it's not his father. But the most important information that the people over there need to see is that someone is messing with the videos, and his clothing doesn't even stay the same. So somewhere along the way, when maybe they were doing deep fakes or whatever they're doing, they kept his jacket either maroon or green. It can't be both. You cannot have, hi Marie, you can't have a scene that's the same scene and all of a sudden his jacket changes colors. It's not happening. It's not happening. But in his video, it happens. This to me is extremely important. Why? Because it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Brian Kohlberger did not change sweatshirts or jackets during this pullover by the cops on the body cam. That's not my clairvoyant and my telling me that. That's my smartness telling me that. That's just looking and knowing that they're different. This isn't, oh, she's a psychic and oh my God, I can't take her information seriously. Really? What I'm showing today, everything I'm showing you today, are elements that may have been seen for the last 2.5 years because it was shown to me through whatever gifts I use. But what I am showing you today is information that is right in front of you. It has nothing to do with what I do, who I am, nothing. It happens to be information that doesn't stay consistent. During the video of the body cam, Brian Kohlberger's face actually has the same mask, the mesh-looking mask that I've been discussing, right over his face. Not only does his face have that on it, but I'm also going to show you how his father is a different person underneath that fake skin. So if no one knows what I'm talking about masks and this and that, since the beginning of Summer Moon Wells back June 15th, 2021, this was introduced to me by Benny Keys. The first time I saw this, I'm like, what the hell is on this dude's face? Well, it was this exact thing. So when I show an element like that, I'm not just saying, wow, this is the first time I'm seeing something like this. No. Every case I am following has this in there somewhere. So when I see something like this, it screams sacrifices. It screams deception. It screams deep fake. It tells me that Brian Kohlberger's story and the Idaho 4 murders have much more information than we are being told. Now the question is, does Brian Kohlberger know that information or doesn't he? That is for the team to figure out, not me. When I sent the email, I'm like, here's the deal. This is a setup. This is a sacrifice. These students plus hundreds of other people in the area have seen the Underground Railroads, have seen these boxes that these students went to. The only question is, does he know he was set up? Because if he does, then he's guilty. If he doesn't, then he's not guilty. Because the story here is consistent with all of the cases I'm covering. Every one of these cases. Now, there is a reason that they did this to the father's head, right? In the back seat, which isn't the back seat, is really the story of what's going on beneath this video. The rim of the car, the maroon rim of the car that you see, is the same rim information as I show within many other videos. The maroon trim of the car, I could bet, I won't say my life, I could bet does not match Brian Kohlberger's car. So I am sending this here because I am saying The rim of this car changes throughout the video. It doesn't stay consistent. And the person in the back seat is in the same V-shape machine that I have every case that I follow in. This is showing the sacrifices that are beneath the footage that they're showing us. What's happening in the back seat of this car is the exact same thing that happened in the back seat of Gabby Petito's car, in Kylie Rodney's car, in Summer Moon Wells's car. The car, I say, it's the fake car. I say car because they're showing you it is a car. It's not a car. It's called a fake car. So to the people that are watching this, you're going to see that this isn't his car. It just isn't. And the man in the front is not his father. You guys, that is not his father. That is someone connected to the machine in the front. And then they have the fake skin on it to cover it up. The person that you see in front of you is not Brian Kohlberger's father. Obviously, this is all allegedly, but I'm telling you, it's a different face. It's a different chin. All of a sudden, what does he have? Like, all of a sudden, did he shave his neck? That person is not this person. Different teeth, different face, different glasses, different nose. The teeth don't even match. He is in the machine. This person is connected to the same machine, as all the other ones. This is what is in the fake fucking car. Open your eyes and look. This is what is happening in the car. I don't care if you think that there's layers here. There's layers placed over the truth. The truth is he's holding on to the machine. The truth is this isn't even happening in the car that was pulled over. I call bullshit. I call bullshit. Thank you for all those ones, you guys. Hi, BC. Hi, who else is this? Hi, 32 to 63. Welcome in, you guys. Long gone. Sunshine. Thank you for all those ones. This is critical information because there's nothing about this that says Brian Kohlberger was pulled over on the side of the road. Sorry. Nothing. I could match that machine up all day long. It's not that I'm just saying, oh, that's a machine. I have 650 plus videos that talk about this machine. It's maroon, it's white, it's green. It is this right here. This is the machine. It's right in here. And it's connected to that person's head on top. See? Right up there. Right up there. I didn't do anything to this video, you guys. Zero zilcho. They could call me in to testify to that. I did nothing. This allegedly comes straight from Channel 5 News, which came straight from the body cam. Allegedly. On the right side, you guys, you could tell that that person's head is in a contraction on the top of his head. Goes across the top of the head. Now, I know I showed a lot of this yesterday, but I'm reviewing this specifically because I sent this all in. They're allegedly always in a car. They're not in a car. This shit is so fake. This is the machine. I need you to really look at the left photo. That is not his father. That person is smashed, being completely brutalized. Look at these photos. This is the sacrifice that is going on. Take a closer look. Does that look like Brian and his father taking a ride in a car and they get pulled over by the police? The answer is no. No, it's not. Change the lighting a little. This is nothing more than the equipment that I've been showing. So, to the Brian Kohlberger's team that's looking at this, either he knows about this or he doesn't. That's my question. I'm not saying anything more than, does he know? Does he know he was set up? Does he know that these are all freaking fake photos? That's what I would like to know. Like, look at him. What's up, Brian? And let me tell you guys something. That fingernail with the little black nail polish on the fake father's fingernail is a symbol. I have that in every case that I follow. That is not his father. It's not his father, you guys. I'm telling you spiritually. I can't, allegedly, obviously. I can't tell you if it is or if it isn't. I'm just saying it isn't his father. Look at his teeth. Look at his chin, his nose, his eyes, the way, look in his eye. And notice the fingernail. That fingernail. That fingernail could be found in all the other cases. It's a symbol. It's an element. It tells the story. This is yet another frame of Brian in the car. Now, again, it's not him. But what I do see is I do see a star on his chest. Now, this is critical This is critical because what is in this photo is something I really don't see often. These are the symbols of the cult. Those are the cult symbols right there. That's an A, and that's a star. These are symbols. What the fuck would symbols be doing on Brian Kohlberger in the car? There's a mask on him. He's not in a car. This person's head is in the same corner as all the heads. It's always in a corner. These symbols here are all over Kylie Rodney's. These symbols here are what you find on the tip of the sticks from Enon. These symbols. When I showed you this guy's sticks, right here are the symbols that are on the ends of his sticks. Right here. Here's the star. And down here's the A. Whoops. And if this is not recognized, then I will gather my own opinion later. But this is supposed to be Brian in the car. And this is loaded in all the elements, you guys. It's very serious to the children that are telling their story. To the people that need to know this, this is a photo showing how fake the car is. The front of the car throughout this video is underground. The front of the car shows that it's underground, that it's covered. And I have a reasoning for that, because I believe that these cars are layered. And because these cars are layered, this is how they do it. Throughout this video, this is what the front of the car looks like. It kind of just disappears into the street. Again, look at the father's face connected to the machine. This is what the front of the car looks like. We've all seen this. This fake car always shows the same sacrifice, using the same equipment, using the same information. This person, one day, we're going to know who that is, because this is not his father. No. There's a lot of other shit that's in here, you guys, but I'm not going to get into that because I'm staying with information that could be used. This is what the car looks like. It's covered in the front. And this is up to their team to look at that. And this is Brian in the car. Again, when you look at a closer, even though these look layered, they're really not. Because if you look closer to the father, you could see that there's another head behind him. Like, let me brighten this up. There's information here that the people that have been listening to me for over 2 years, you all know that we've seen this before. That's what's happening in the fake car. That's called a sacrifice. That sacrifice is what we've been looking at in Benny's, Jody Sue Brown's. I mean, Jesus Christ. Any car that people go in and they do their interviews and they talk and shit, this is the car ride. That's not Brian. These are sacrifices. And my question is, do you guys know or don't you? Because somebody put this shit together. Somebody created these. Whoever created these are the ones that are doing the sacrificing. Period. That's their symbol. That's the same symbol that goes all the way back years and years and years to the John Wayne Gacy information. That's a cult symbol. These are not the people you think they are in the car. This is the Father. If you look above and beyond what they want you to see, you look into the blue, you see the machine. The same machine that holds the cylinder, which I call the head with the cylinder in it, and it's got the plastic on it. It's kind of hard to see it in here, but the truth is, because it all matches my information, I call it all the same bullshit. This is all the same information that I've had for over 2 years. My eye sees it. Here, I'm going to try to show this to you. Let me see if I put the brightness down maybe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yep, this may work. The brightness down and the contrast up. Let's see. Here. This is right there. This is the part of the machine that I call the cylinder, and that holds the head. This is always in the car. And correct. Wait, yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's certain things that have been said throughout these cases that just repeat in your head, right? Tim Mullen said so many things that repeat in my head. And look at look at the fingernails. Look at the fingernail. These are the nails that I saw in the beginning. Those are the nails that are like the first elements in Summer Moonwell's case. You could sort of see the face in there. See? It's a head. Let me see if I could change the coloring a little bit more. Oh, if I make it black and white, maybe a little bit. Here, this might help. You could see the face, and it's all the same. You see the face in there? That's the cylinder, you guys. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. Ooh, if I could make it this color too and you could see it. So anytime I change and shift the color, here, can you guys see that face? The eyeballs are closed. I'm going to crop it a little smaller. This is the cylinder. This is the machine. And it's all the same. Thank you for those ones. It's all the same. That's what's in this fake freaking car. Now this is really weird. It goes to the police department, and behind the police department, this guy sneezes, and this is what the guy looks like behind him. I'm putting this up there because I find it so weird that, isn't this the sheriff? I find it so weird that the person behind the sheriff is in the cylinder. I don't understand how, I mean, this is in the video. So if you guys go to the video, it's this guy sneezes during him speaking. And this is what's behind him. It's so obvious. Like, who the fuck is putting this shit in there? Yeah, the sheriff is whose face I thought that this guy looked like. I know it sounds weird, but every time I saw his face, I don't know why I think of the sheriff. I mean, not to say it's the sheriff, right? I'm not pointing fingers at the sheriff. I'm saying when I see this person's face, I think of him. That's what I think of. But this is really weird, right? Right in the video. Now, as I move over to the car to show how this is a fake white car, how I see it being done is these cars are layered. And they're inside, they're being filmed inside. Like, I think this is a major setup. The bottom of this car looks like this in the video. Now, any of us who have seen the videos of this car, we know the car was filthy. We know this isn't what the back of the car looked like, attached to whatever's on the back of this car. Let me back up. Let me show you this real fast so you see it clearly. In the video, if you were to stop it and really take a look, allegedly Brian Kohlberger's car, they show it as it's attached to this thing. Now, I took a closer look at that and I'm like, this makes no sense because as the video continues, they bring in all these other cars and they show pictures of these other cars, but slowly the car on the street goes from completely filthy dirty to totally clean. And it's almost like I'm watching this happen. It's almost like I could spiritually see this layering process happening. Like I'm watching this car that's turned the opposite way getting layered upon allegedly Brian Kohlberger's car. But as this continues, Brian Kohlberger's car just changes, and it doesn't make any sense other than someone is layering this information. It doesn't make any sense to me. This car, where's the one of white? I have it white. This car, no, I have it down here. Wait, I want to show you how it becomes super white. Here. Oh, it's in here. It's this one. Look at pieces of this car. It's almost like it was layered like this on purpose. It's perfectly layered. And then his car isn't dirty anymore. I spoke about this guy's face, how this guy has shown up in many other circumstances. And I have in here showing you who he reminds me of. But more importantly, the photo to the right is so cannot be correct. This can't be correct. I mean, the information that's showing to the right cannot match Brian Kohlberger's car. It doesn't match his car. His car doesn't have that, unless I'm completely stupid and I'm like, no one, look at the rim of this car. The rim of his car doesn't even look like that. Throughout the video, just go look. That is the rim of the machine. The machine and all of these fake cars look the same way. Let me show you something. So to the right is the car. This is just a stupid little example. This is the same rim. It's different. You see, this is showing the same information because there's the back seat. Now his father's sitting in the back seat because right here is a rim to the front. So now in this photo, here, the father's in the back seat because here is the front door. See how these are together? See this one, how there's something in between? That's because this is not the car. There's nothing about this information that's consistent. The rims of the cars that they're showing, they don't match, and the reason they don't match is because it's not the car. This is the machine. This and this are supposed to be the same car. Do you see what I'm saying? It's two pieces. 1, 2. Here, it's nothing the same. There's Nothing's the same. So this is stuff that needs to be looked at. This is showing that this person in the back seat is his father, connected to this machine. But these don't match whatsoever. They don't match. So this is something that I have shown throughout the Summer Moon Wells case. I showed this many a times with showing how Benny's car, oh my God, the Wattses, it goes into all my cases. If they would just take the rims of the cars that they say are the same, they don't match. And now all of a sudden, the father's in the back seat, but the father is this dude here, right? Because that's the metal thing that's on the head. So it's this kind of information that isn't me giving you a reading or channeling. This is information that the people that don't want me moving forward, they try to belittle my information. There's nothing about my information or any of my videos that could be belittled, because all of my elements and all of my cases that I talk about, I back up with photos. It's the photos that allow me to do these readings. I'm not giving a reading today. I am telling you to look. That's it. Look. This is now his father in the back seat, because they're wanting this to match this, but they fucked up. You see, because it's two different locations. They're making it like it's the car. It's not the car. And whoever is in the left side comes from the same video. It's someone's face that is being reflected on the car's window. Again, the rim of that car doesn't match either. It doesn't match. So it's this kind of information that has everything to do with the sacrifices of these children, of these students, of what's going on in our country that no one wants to take responsibility for. But they line people up to take the responsibility. Do those people know or don't they know? Because the faces here, to me, are the faces of people that know what's going on. The people here are the ones hiding in the shadows. They're the ones hiding beneath the shadows, who make other people take responsibility. This isn't Brian Kohlberger. These are people that we don't know. So that's my question. Do the people know that who's taking responsibility? Do they know or don't they know? These are the people responsible. I feel in every bit of my body that the video to the left is the Idaho 4 sacrifice. The video to the left is the Idaho 4 story. My whole entire body tells me so. To me, there is no difference between this photo of the fake Brian's father in the car with something over his eye than the one to the left. To me, this is the same. This is the person. There's someone right below there. You could see their eyes. That's the person beneath the deep fake. This is the story of the Summer Moon Wells missing children. There is no difference. Whoever is right here, right here, right here, we fucking see you. You are the same person standing in the shadows of darkness. I am telling you, I see it. And if I have to continuously show this and really explain it so in a way that I'm explaining it right now so people see it, so be it. Because this person is the same fucking thing as this person. They're doing the same hiding. Same hiding. This is all the Idaho 4. Whatever is on your fucking eye is the same thing that's here. There is every element that I review, every story that is spoken comes from the spirit of the children, and my body, me not even knowing much about shit, screams truth. Boom. You are right there. There is no difference between the photos that I get from Ryan Upchurch's mother than the photos that I am receiving from the Idaho 4. There is no difference. Oh, Amy, you're right. I have all those hospital photos. It's all coming together. You know, when you see any photos like Ryan Upchurch's mother's, it really gives the opportunity for the story to be told. This is how they do it. This is just how they do it. And there's just no difference between, let me get this one bigger. There's no difference Spiritually speaking, when I say no difference between them, I am saying that the story that is being told is the same. There's no difference between them for the children of the spirit world because they all have the same story to be told. So when I'm screaming that this picture here, where we all know that he's surrounded by the rim of a phone, these are telling the same story. They're all holding up the same equipment. There's no coincidence. It's the same story. It's the same people telling the story beneath the fake car. Brian Kohlberger's just happens to be the most obvious because the new people involved have been involved for only a year. There's a whole new group. Something happened. I called it imploded. Shit imploded. The keys needed to be transferred to a different group. The group that took over sucks at the cover-up. The person here standing in the Cadoodle's TikTok is a critical person to look at. That person has like something fake, like plastic over his head, and he's holding the snowball. There's some critical information that needs to be looked at before they just go throw someone in the electric chair. Because that's not going to do anything. Let's say they say he's guilty. There's all this whole story. All of this will continue. It won't stop because he's found guilty. This is real. With him going into electric, that's not going to do anything unless he knows about this and he speaks. If he speaks, justice will prevail. If he doesn't, it's a waste of a human being. That's what I'm saying. All of this story, all of this does not take one solo person to happen. There's other people here. And if it's not spoken about or told, then why put someone in an electric chair? We need the information. It's the information that's going to prevail. It's information on this fake car. Once again, the rims are different. They're different. The one all the way to the left is exactly what Benny Keys's always look like. All that rim. Again, so what they make it all in maroon? So it's different. Not the same. It's not the same. This is not the same. Whoever is in the passenger seat or the driver's seat is a victim. That is not Brian Kohlberger. This person is in the green number 5 box, and it's super obvious to the team. Just go open up the video. Put your finger down the video. While you're watching the video on YouTube, bring your cursor back and forth and videotape yourself doing that. Videotape yourself bringing your cursor back and forth, then look at your phone and play it slowly and look at those little teeny boxes. The little teeny boxes are going to tell you the story. They're going to tell you the story that I'm showing you here. So if you're just going to open up your tape of your YouTube and just play it thinking that you're going to see all this, it takes some work. You have to videotape it on your phone and watch it on your phone, slowly holding the cursor down. Here is what you'll see. That is a victim in the number 5 box. So you could get that if you do it the way you videotape it, the way I just said. Open up the YouTube channel. I gave you the information. Go to play it. Hold your phone up. Push record. Put your finger down on the cursor and move it back and forth. Slowly back and forth, forward, backwards. And then look at your phone and play it. Your mouth will drop to the ground. If, in fact, he doesn't know about this, your mouth will drop to the ground. It's a question. It's a question that I would love to know the answer to. And that's what you're looking at. These are victims. It's not Brian Kohlberger. Look at his head. Notice how his head is smashed against the roof. It's smashed against the roof because it's really in a contraction. It's in this contraction. That right there is the machine I was just showing you. It's in the front seat of this fake car. That, again, should not be there. That shouldn't be there. Right? That's the machine I just showed you a few pages back. We brighten it up, contrast it, and show you how this is the machine. Right there. And you all know that that shouldn't be in the front seat of car. Okay? And that's Brian's face. That. Now the father, again, is just completely bloody looking. The father is the one to the, obviously to the left and the bottom. These are not, again, I'm showing this because this is all deep faked. And Brian Kohlberger's case, to me, is the most obvious. Here shows the things on their one eye. Now, even though it's in blue, I can't help that. But if you look over here, let me circle it right here. His eyeball. And this is a patch. So this is, even though it's in blue, when I change the contrast of these, it's really good. So here you could sort of see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it is sad. It's, I mean, I'd like to see, you know, justice come, right? I do my best to give justice by telling the story. All of this information to me is the same. It's just another day, another way of showing it. It's just another way of showing it. And they just might look a little kooky, but these are the same. And there will come a day where a video will come out where it shows this clearly. But this is what's going on, you guys. These are sacrifices and they're being covered up. It's really sad. You know, and you just don't listen to the people that help with the cover up. In whatever way they're helping with this cover up, they're doing it. But I really, the information that's shown to me couldn't be any clearer. I call it my my little spirit guides, my little spirit buddies, Summer, Moon, Wells, Missing Children spirits, because I feel like I'm led that way. This here is really obvious that this is what was used to create the deep fake of his car. What I see is the ramp in the back is the ramp that they used to layer the fake car, Brian Kohlberger's. I see this as a photo of importance. I feel like this is what was used. And that this is something that could be completely lined up. Meaning they could take this car right here to the left and prove that all this shit was completely fabricated. That to me, watch, let's see, is the same thing. Never made sense to me how this photo of a car on a ramp that's not even touching the ground could be used as that's Brian Kohlberger's car. It's got the same, I'm going to turn it this way. It has the same look as if it's looking through a camera. Wait, I'm crapping it, brightening it. This here is what they used as, oh, this is Brian's car. Well, this makes no sense. But when you look at what's going on here, it makes sense. Especially if they're layering it this way. Like I told you guys. Remember I said they layered it different ways? This car is all bright and white and clean. Remember what I said in the beginning? I think that they layered it that way. Right? Let me show you. Here. Right here. is a bright white car just like this one. Whoops. I think that they use this one from here. I think it's all fabricated and it's on a ramp. I think that this is that. And see how it's on a ramp? That's the ramp. Like, to me, look at the wheels. They're teeny, 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 teeny. That doesn't make sense. That car is on the same shit that they have Brian Kohlberger's car on. How is this possible? That car is on the stuff that I showed you in the beginning. This stuff. It's on this. It's on a ramp. See this? It's on a ramp. All they did in my third eye is layer it sideways and use it as the cover up. That's what I see. They layered it this way. And they're different cars. You see how this is on here? See how this car is on a fucking ramp? It shows it. It shows it. It's really obvious. It's really obvious to me that then they just took this shit and recreated the car going the opposite direction, and they tried to make both cars look super clean. They just made this one go this way. Rear. Like that. See? See the windows? See the window back here? Look. Right, like it's so dark. It's dark because it's this window. Right here. Like, that's not the back seat. That's not the back of a car, you guys. That is this. It's a window. See? Let me bring this up a little. So notice, I'm using a picture. It's not the same photo. This is from a whole different scene. But it's the dark pieces. You could tell it was layered. The window to the car that's going this way is above now the license plate. This shit is fake. They even faked this. They faked it. That's the car that they faked. And I have to put this in here because this is another video from the police to the left. This is another one of their body cams, and the information it shows over there, I believe, is critical and is telling the same story as one of the cadoodle coming out of the ground, coming out of a railroad. And it shouldn't, that's her TikTok. That's from her TikTok. The one to the left is from a body cam in front of the Idaho 4 house. I believe it's showing the same location, same information, and it's telling the story of that white box. She's pushing herself out of a hole. In the picture to the left, that is what they're showing. They're trying to say that that's next to the house. That's not next to the house. And that's a picture that was split and put together. This is information that I believe has been tampered with. But yet it's a very big critical part of the trial. This party that they said that, this party was the last party. Bullshit. This is footage we've never seen before. I showed it yesterday. This girl, has face and her mask changed throughout the video. We don't have this information anywhere. This is another photo of the car. If I turn it sideways, this is what I get. And this to me is a photo of what's going on with the fake car. This is the cover-up. This to me is more real than the photos that we just looked at. This is part of the deep fake cover-up. This is part of it. This white car is supposed to be his car, but this is showing the story that this is what's used to be covered up. This stuff is covered up with the deep fake. The other thing in Brian Kohlberger's case that needs to be discussed is this, the tunnel. Sassafras, you said it as soon as I went to the page. The tunnel. The police department's body cam of them going to Brian's apartment, they show it twice, and then there's 2 or 3 or 4 creators that showed themselves going to Brian Kohlberger's apartment. The videos of the other creators going to the exact same space as the police show it very differently. But what's most important is I believe that is a picture of the school. And follow this while I'm talking. I'm going to use a pointer. Here. This here is Brian Kohlberger's front of his apartment. It's a whole mishmash. The police cam shows that this is dark in here and you walk into this hole. The police cam also then shows the hole with the boxes in it. And they show the stairs looking like this. Let me brighten that up. Let me bring this bigger, actually. So this is the body cam footage of the police in front of Brian Kohlberger's apartment. In this small little box, they show the school. It shows crazy stuff. But this information here points to a doorway that looks just like the doorway that I call the red door. The red door has a red frame. It has red middle and white around the frame. This frame here, which is designed the same way, this frame, can be found in Don Wells's house, Benny Keys' stuff, the Idaho 4 video of the night of the party. The creepy guy just showed. That showing is Brian's apartment. This is also showing the front of Brian's apartment from Thou Shall Not Kill. Now, both of Thou Shall Not Kills don't make sense. Nothing matches in Thou Shall Not Kill. So the first thing I want to say is Thou Shall Not Kill. It's like showing Brian Kohlberger's sweatshirt, one-way green and one-way maroon. This is what happens here. So the exact same video with the exact same information and footage shows it differently. Thou Shall Not Kill shows one this way with the machine. That white thing would be the machine. There's the doorway. There's the frame. And then he also shows it, this way. I'm going to bring this closer. And then I'm going to show you the way that the police show it. So this here is Thou Shall Not Kill. Brian Kohlberger's exact doorway shown like this. There's nothing about these that match. There's 3 boxes here. There's 4 boxes. There's nothing that matches. Right? Look at this. This is the next slide of how they show it. This is how they show it. They show it as if the police are walking right into a solid door. Like they're walking into those. And then they show that. Like there's nothing other than slat walls. Right? On the page before it, this is how they show it. Wait, let me get it smaller. So I guess like the question is like, unless I go there and see what this looks like, I have no idea who's telling the truth. Because all of these are different. Even Thou Shalt whatever. This is totally different. This is totally different. Now, the one to me that I believe, spiritually speaking, would tell me the children's story of what's the truth, meaning I'm able to give my reading and my information through all of these photos, and this is what I do, that speaks the truth. If I had to do that, I would give a story around this one. This one that has the box on top with plastic in front of the door. So Thou Shall, whatever his name is, to me, tells the story of the summer moon Wells missing children. Now, this is how I do it. So what I do is, there's the box. There's the plastic box. This does not look like the one to the right whatsoever, right? Totally different. Totally different. But when you go back to the police and they show 4 different versions of this, I know, spiritually speaking, what the children tell me to be true. These plastic boxes is what this person is showing. So this here, look at the rims. See the rim on that one right there? You could almost see a person coming through. The rim of that one, like I said, I just showed you guys. I just showed you the rim. Here it is. Now these are different videos, right? This is thou shall whatever. And I said that this is the doorway. So how I do it is that rim is the same as this rim. Wait. Make it smaller. And this whole entire nonsense of all this bullshit, make it smaller, is a bunch of crock of shit other than the elements. So knowing that I only could follow the elements, even though all of these different creators and people put a bunch of shit there, I know that my doorway that goes to freaking hell and back looks like this. Thou shall whatever is showing it that way and is showing a plastic fucking box that has the same door frame as all of my victims. Now, it's in Brian Kohlberger's video that this lady who I'm following put together. These are the doorways. So when you're looking at stuff like this, you pick your elements and not fall into the nonsense of what they want you to look at. The only thing of importance here are the elements. Thou shall whatever is telling the story the best. And that's the story. This is what he's showing above Brian Kohlberger's apartment. That is the story. Those are the elements that the police should look for. These are them. These are them. This is where the clues lie. You see that in between? This here? This here is a tunnel. This here is the tunnel. Back here are the stairs. Up here is the box number 5. So it's in here. You see. You go through the doorway, it looks like that, but it's this way. It's down here. It's all in here. I don't know why I'm whispering. I don't know why I keep whispering. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know if I've ever done that before. Start fucking whispering. It's in here. This is the door that leads the opposite direction. Look. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Wait a minute. Look at that, Mr. Thou Shall. Turn this shit upside down. You have the Underground Railroad. See, it's under there. I turned it upside down. Remember I said you walk in here, it's down under here. Oh, wow. The aha moment. Holy shit. Let me open this up wider. Oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. You are not going to believe what I'm about to put up here. Watch, this is the picture to the left. You turn it upside down and these are on pulleys. These are the boxes. These are boxes on pulleys, you guys. Right there. That. Oh my God. You guys, look at that. It's underground. You see that? These are the clear boxes. See? See what's under there? That's not his stairway. These are being pulled. It's a window up there. Holy shit. See how all of a sudden the stairway is gone? Look at how clear his photo is. Let's see what's on the bottom. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Not that one. That one over here. This. bring this up here. All right, let me just take this piece. Crap. Oh my goodness. This is thou shalt. His photo is chopped. Look. Those are two different stairways. Why would he do that? It's under here, you guys. He has two different and they're like try to be put together. So what would be right down the middle would be the truth. Wait. It's just how I've always done it. So the doorway that's down, the piece that's down the middle. Now let me explain that to people that are new. Let me show you something. When someone crops certain things together, whatever is down the thin middle is the closest to the truth. So here, would be the middle. So that's what I do. There's something in the doorways. You guys, look underground. Just look down. There's the white stuff. It's all here. Look. This is the middle. That's just the truth. Don't look at anything else. See the bars? Right here. There's something right in here. Look at this. This isn't the apartment complex anymore. Wow. And this is what I mean about how this is done. Look at the number 5 boxes showing up. This is how it's done. This is the closest to the truth in that photo. And this is what these guys show. I mean, it makes no sense. Makes no sense. This is what Brian Kohlberger looks like in the shadows of what we're looking at. Now, understand that I see, for me, I see the same thing that I've always seen. I see the same person involved. We don't know who this is, but when I look at this photo, I see this same thing. I see this right here. I see both of these people. So this is what the cops show on their body cam again. Everything, the only element that stays consistent is the frame. This. That frame in that photo is the same as this. That's this frame. See, through all the chaos, you're like, well, how could that be? Because this is a real element. So it stays within these videos. See? These are the doorways. And this is what it also shows in this doorway. It shows the equipment back there. Now I know what this is. Because before I'm like, what is this? This looks like, why is the equipment down under here? Now I get it. It's showing what is beyond the doorway. This is what's behind that doorway, you guys. This is the equipment that's beyond the door. This is the equipment that is beyond the doorway. What page is this? 58. Let me brighten it a little. So there's the doorway it's showing you. And this are the white bars that I said this is what's back there. And this is what's back there. That's what's back there. Over and over, this guy shows the same thing. And that is, to me, the same information. They're either showing the equipment, showing a sacrifice. This is what's beyond the door that they try to say is Brian Kohlberger's apartment. Those are the boxes back there. It's so interesting that that guy's the one who has the cleanest photo. This is also what's in Ryan Upchurch's mom's photos. These are the boxes of importance. These are the boxes that are underground. This is what I call the maroon box. They're showing to be on top of a car, which makes sense because this is what I'm saying they did to Brian Kohlberger's car. I just said that this is what they did to his car. They have shit on top of it and they layer it. But what they're keeping white is the white car. Let me brighten this. One sec. Let me give you an example. So here's a blue car and an orange car. But look what's on top of the cars. The equipment. Don't you want to know why this is like this? Or who's doing this? Because it's the car on the bottom that's fake. These are fake cars and they're used as torture chambers, right? This is what I got off of Ryan Upchurch's mother's video. It has nothing to do with her, but this is in here. When I say fake car, and I say they're torturing and doing shit in the car, this would be the layer of the car that's fake. This would be up here. Right? So their heads, their bodies, they're in these things. That's a fake car. Fake, 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 fake. Well, that was an aha moment for sure. And for some reason, they showed this school. So that's not up to me to investigate, but maybe this school has something to do with this tunnel. And it goes to that corner of the building. Like, it's showing it clear enough to me that if I were part of the law enforcement, I would go check that out. I would go right to the corner of the building, right where it says to. And this is the other thing that is not in the house of the Idaho 4. This is not in the window of the Idaho 4, these maroon boxes. There's no way. There's no way these maroon boxes are part of their window. No. Fake. So in this video of them showing the Idaho 4 area, in this lady's video, I showed this the other day, but I wanted to put this out there tonight. They show these little photos of like dead people wrapped in whatever in the corners. It's important to look at this on this map because in my previous video, I show how those pictures go above certain locations on the map. And I think that there's a message in there. As I do this photo. This photo was at the end of one of the videos of Brian. I think these are very telling because if you could take this and line it up with the equipment, it will show you that whoever is putting this shit together like this, they're just bragging. And, you know, is it Brian bragging or is it not Brian bragging? Like, who does he know this story or does he not know this story? Because this story has much more to do with many more people than just one. And the story that I see in this photo is the story of the Summer Moonwell's missing children. I know what these photos look like with the dark eyes and the machine to the left that's in white. So when I look at something like this, I'm like, please, God, tell me that someone in law enforcement sees something weird and that they'll think about, you know, this when they see something like that. Like this. Wrapped around the father's head. These are the Idaho 4. This is during their sacrifice. the machine, let me crop this, that you see right here, right? I'll crop it. I'm going to change the color so it's not so bright. This here, I'm Brian, is what you're looking at in these pictures. So how is it that these photos could match the victims that were allegedly killed by him? I don't get it. The photo that this matches, I'm going to try to grab it. It's this one. It's the picture that is, wait, let me crop it and brighten it up a little. Wait. This one. This picture here is the story, allegedly, that this Brian is telling, right? How's that possible? How is it possible that no one is going to bring this up? This is this. This is that. This is the machine that's in the car. This is the machine that we're looking at right now with the Idaho 4. It's very strange. These photos are showing it. These photos, to me, show these kids going down that tunnel. To me, that's the tunnel. This here. To crop it again. This is a stairway they're going down, right? They're going down into a tunnel through a stairway. There's a doorway that looks like what I showed you. See the machine in the door right there? See, this is like a conveyor belt. It's being pulled, actually. See that? It's being pulled. This is just like that. They're being pulled. Thank you, guys. They're being pulled. Let me get this doorway looking a little cleaner. Wait. Here. They're being pulled. This is the track. I'll show you right now. they're being pulled on this track. They're on a pulley. Each of them are in a box being pulled. Just like that. That's what it's being pulled on. Those are the tracks. That's what it's being pulled on, you guys. Just like that. See how it comes together at the end? It's so crazy. This is what it's being pulled on. They're underneath. That's the tunnel they went under. They went under this tunnel. This is... Let me brighten this up. This, where these students are is this. Right there. In that doorway. Oh, man. On one of those things. Right there is what this whole thing is about. That photo. This is the Idaho 4. This is what happened to the Idaho 4. Now look at that picture. It's just like what the car ride looked like with Brian, the beginning. To the left, all that shows me is the layering of the students, and the bottom layer is what happened to them. The bottom layer. And whatever this photo is right here in front of us could probably be matched up to one of the fake Brian Kohlbergers showing the sacrifice. Because somewhere here, the students look like this. This. And this is the under. Those are the tracks. So see these tracks here? They look like number 5 tracks. Those tracks look, is what I just showed you. They look exactly the same as Thou Shall Whatever's video right here. Right here. Let me crop it a little bit so it's not so big. Those tracks and that box, and what's going on here is this. See that white box? Looks just like what's going on over there. See that white box? That's how you know it's a bingo from my presentation. Because all of these things come together as one. That's how it's done. If it doesn't ever come together, then I don't have the story correct, right? This here by those little windows is the same thing as we're showing you over here on these tracks. Thank you for those ones. And it's the same thing that we're showing you on the tracks to the left, because I see these tracks under there. This looks like a railroad station. So this is from the cops video, and you see the same tracks under here. See, they're on the bottom. And the squiggly scraggle. This I'm calling the same. So all of those photos that we saw of Brian Kohlberger's apartment, the only thing that is consistent and stays the same is the doorway, the door, the white boxes, the trimming, the tracks. It's underground, and all of these are a match. Pick before this one. Whoops. What was before this? This? Oh, look at that. Shit that shows up when we speak the truth. Where'd you see Xana writing? This one here, 76. Let me see something. Oh, weird. I turned the picture upside down. And happened to crop it like this. Look at how weird this is. Look at that. That's in her shirt. You see the critters? That's what I'm talking about, critters. They're just, these critters are everywhere. Look at this. This is in her shirt. Right there where there's drawings. Look at that. This whole thing is filled with, it's showing, see how it's now showing a whole different situation? Let me pull it up here. That's wow. When I uncrop it, oh my goodness, when I uncrop it, this is so crazy. When I uncropped it just now, look what's to the right. The smaller picture has the all of the kids together with the chair on top. The heck? You guys, look at this. It shows the kids that got murdered, but it shows this is the sacrifice. Look at the top. It's the chair with the A. It's the chair. And you tell me these aren't sacrifices? Thank you for those ones. Wow, it's right on top. Never a dull moment. Let me see what's on the other side. Never a dull moment. Okay. The other side, this is a lot of information. The other side, there's my chipmunk. Look at the photo in the middle. That's the murderer. Oh my God, look what's happening to the middle face. Oh my God, this is really creepy. Look at this. Watch the middle face. That's the guy in the videos. Right there. This is him. Whoever the fuck this is. Right here. Right here, and I'll put it right in the middle. I'll brighten it a little bit, but that's it. You can put him in here. Here. This is the middle face. Wow. I bet people didn't see this before. This is the story of the Idaho 4. And I'm sticking to it. The information that has been put out there needs a second look. And I would do that second look starting with this. I'm not saying he's guilty or not guilty. What I'm saying is there's much more to the story than just finding him guilty or not guilty. There's the side of the Summer Wells missing children. There's a side of the Idaho 4 that has a story that needs to be told to bring them justice. They're not going to receive justice by a guilty or not guilty verdict. They receive justice by their story being told. That's how they receive it. That's the only way they know how to receive it. Their stories are just hidden behind these deep fakes, and they're not that complicated to get to. Stick to the elements, not to the deep fake, and then you'll recognize the truth within them. And it's never about the creators behind them. It hasn't been thus far. It's the ones that hide in the darkness. It's like this. Hides in the darkness. Whoever is seriously behind these two photos of these two right here, that's who holds the answer to the Idaho 4. Whoever knows about this video and these photos, they hold the answer to bringing justice. They hold the answer to how to bring justice by answering the questions truthfully. Because this video that was put out there has the truth beneath it. That's the truth. And any law enforcement could go take this right from this woman's video, which shows that it was on I don't even know what channel it was. It was Channel 5 News. You have to just look at it to know that this is the truth beneath the deep fake. So this presentation started out with, where is it? With this equipment being shown in Dolly's glasses, right? I don't know who that is, glasses as well. So it doesn't matter if it's Dolly or not Dolly. It doesn't matter. Because it's the information that's in the glasses that are showing the elements, right? And it's the elements I just showed you. Those are the white little, I don't know, pieces of machinery. They're kind of like, let me show you. Which I just noticed this very moment. This guy has it on his scarf. So those little white duty things, see how he has them on his scarf and the A? The A and the L right there. The L on one side, the A on the other. These are these little balls. They're all different. But I never noticed that guy before he had those on there. He's in trouble one day. All right, you guys. I don't know who that lady is. All right, you guys. This was awesome. So much fun. A lot has gotten out there. And I'm really hoping that this gets to the right team of people so Brian Kohlberger's team could look at it and see what's true and not true. So the children of the Summer Moon Wells missing children receive justice by them hearing their story is being accepted on a larger scale. If it's seen and accepted and known to be the truth within the Idaho 4, could you imagine what doors would open? For this to be acknowledged that this is the sacrifices of the Summer Moon Wells missing children, and this is what the Idaho 4 went through, and this is the story beneath the deep fake. That's how justice shows. That's how we bring justice home. By showing the truth beneath the deep fake. On that note, I am done for the night. Thank you all for joining without any notification early. Muffin Top, you came in perfectly. You guys, everyone in chat, Rumple, Sassafras, oh my God, there's so many of you. Thank you so much. Amy, I don't know if I said hi to you. Jessie J, I don't know if I said hi to you either. I can't remember all of these. But you guys, all of your loving words are felt. It helps me through my life. And may justice come real soon. I hope that this is being looked at and being looked at with an open mind, body, and soul, so justice could prevail. Good night, you all. God bless you all, and I will see you soon again. Good night, folks.